Hey, 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 buckle up, queens. It's time for the Six Figure Chick podcast, the one and only podcast made to teach Black women like you how to make a six-figure income. Whether you are a high-performing woman, professional, new business owner, author, speaker, or even a mom, you're sure to pick up golden nuggets of actionable advice when you listen to the Six Figure Chick podcast. Each week, we will deliver hard-hitting, no-nonsense, keep it real topics about being a Black woman in America and the
girl, hush your mouth.
we deal with. We're going to talk about this
And that.
and we're going to talk about everything else that has held us back. No more, queens. It's time to hear from real people
With real life.
and real talk. So grab your best girlfriend and get ready for this ride. Hi, I'm Cherie Griffith-Dunn,
And I'm Nyoka Wright-Smith.
and this is the Six Figure Chick weekly podcast to help you win at work, in your business, at home, and succeed at life. As we continue the theme of the Year of the Black Woman, let's acknowledge that we are in the 1 month we get to celebrate Black history. We're so excited to bring enriched content about Black people, especially Black women who pioneered and trailblazed to become a part of this country. Today, we will discuss a few Black women who continue to pave the way for our success in society as a people of color.
Wow. I am just so excited about this topic tonight, Cherie, because as a woman of color, oh my gosh, this is just such a proud moment for me. And I know for you as well. I mean, any Black women, Black or brown women, is just feeling so excited about this that is happening right now. Now, Cherie, seriously, when you heard the news about this amazing, phenomenal Senator Kamala Harris being named the vice presidential pick, how did you feel, girl? How did you feel? Seriously.
You know, when I first heard the news, I just fell to my knees and prayed to God and said, thank you. Thank you for making a better America. Uh, Last year proved to us that we could really get to an ultimate low in America, especially around Black people as a whole, with our Black Lives Matter movement. That proves everything that we fought for civil rights, that our ancestors went through, going through the Underground Railroad, just to be free and have life, that we still truly weren't really free, you know? And a lot of people said that, but you walk around optimistically, hoping that that is not true. And so the Black Lives Matter really showed that was true. And so the best part is that there is change on the horizon. I think that so many people have gotten to the point in their lives where they as well say, why are we doing this? Why are we against people because of the color of their skin? And so Kamala Harris is a testament to that the people have spoken and they agree that the person who should have the job is the most qualified.
Right. I totally agree. I know. Oh my gosh. Girl, when I heard the news, I was immediately elated. I'm like this, glued to the screen of the TV.
Absolutely. You know,
And you know
and
what? I support all because go ahead.
I was going to say, and isn't she, don't you two have something in common?
Absolutely. I heard that well, her dad is Jamaican, and that's where I'm from. Oh my gosh, the proud island of Jamaica. And her mom is from India. And let me tell you, it just gave me so much more delight. I honestly got so emotional, Cherie. Yeah, some tears slipped through the crevice of my eyes. But it was really a moment of just feeling like a huge door had just swung wide open and hope was finally flooding in. Cherie,
Yeah.
what do you think about the inauguration and the poet, Ashley Morgan?
This just brings emotions to me right now. How proud I am to be a Black woman in America today. The inauguration completely blew me away, completely blew me away. And I think we were a little afraid because everything that was going on at the White House with the people coming and destroying the White House and the white supremacy or whoever they wanted to call themselves, just destroying property. It was a scary time of thinking, what type of inauguration were we actually going to be able to witness, right? Was there going to be some type of chaos or situation that happened? But I tell you, just highlights for me. One was the amazing outfits that they had on. Okay, let's go there, right? I'm going, all right, loving the blue. And I loved what Joe Biden's wife had on, which was the blue. And then Kamala had on like like the, I think it's periwinkle, whatever. But how beautiful the jewel tone colors they had on. And the yellow that Ashley Morgan had on
Yes.
was stunning, absolutely stunning. And to hear her speak,
Oh,
I literally couldn't get enough. I had to go back on YouTube and listen to her a dozen more times.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Wow. I'm just like wowed, totally, totally wowed. I can't even get out of my mind what she said, and I quote, "We may not have won the war yet, but we've won this battle. And finally, Black women have an opportunity to not only see their greatest concern pushed to the forefront, but have them represented by someone who looks like us." Wow.
You just want to fall out when you hear that.
Wow.
Need I
Wow.
say more? We are on, this is a happy day in America for us. And, I just want to mention, I think that we think that what happens here in America only happens to us, but it affects everyone. I have family in London, England, and they were affected by
Mhm.
this and felt bad for us Americans calling to make sure we were safe and what was going on with everything. And then to see the greatness that came out of that, you
Mhm.
know, the celebrations that they did, and they're not even here, right? They're not even Americans, but the celebrations they did for us just
Mhm.
really shows that what we do affects the world. And
It
we
really
have to
does.
be aware of that, right? We really have to be aware of that. You know, this just adds to furthering the Black woman in America. Oh, by the way, hello, did you hear who is the first woman CEO? Let me back it up. The first Black woman CEO of a major Fortune 500 company,
Eh,
Roz Brewer, can you stand it? Was just named as the CEO of Walgreens.
Wow.
Like, wow.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, this is so big for women of that who are African American, Asian, Hispanic, Native American, because this is so rare for
Mhm.
this to happen. To be named CEO of a Fortune 500 company,
Wow.
and you are
Wow.
African American, you are
Mm.
truly influential.
Yes.
I mean, just wow, I bow down to you, Rosalind. Like seriously, because this was when I read this, I had to read it again. You ever see an article and you go, "What?
Yep.
This,
Yep.
this is amazing! Like seriously, this is phenomenal." So yeah, I did some more research, but I also found that there are four other African American women who are currently CEOs of major companies.
Yep.
Drum roll, please.
Yep.
You know, But we still have to celebrate the first Black woman.
Right, 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 right. So
Roz is really
talking about
taking,
Roz,
yeah,
let's really talk about the four African American women CEOs. First, African American CEO of Fortune 500 company Walgreens, who employed over 450,000 people.
right, right. That is a serious sized number company, and we see Walgreens all over the television and stuff. But I don't know how many of you even thought to realize that Walgreens was that amazing. Like seriously, and to have 450,000 employees in globally, that's amazing. And she is the CEO of that. Like
Mhm.
wow,
Yeah.
wow,
Let's
wow.
not forget about number one, Ursula Burns. Okay. She paved the way when she became the first Black woman to run a Fortune 500 company, when she, because CEO of Xerox in 2009, became CEO of Xerox in 2009, right? But she lost that role in 2016 when Xerox split into two companies. This is amazing. 7 years running Xerox. Hats off to Ursula. We need to salute her, right? Burns ranked um, 27th on the Fortune magazine's ninth annual list of the 50 most powerful women in business. So, salute, salute, hats off, hats off, hats off.
Incredible. Incredible. So, she paved the way first, right? So we can't, our matriarch, we can't forget about her, right?
For real. This is amazing. I mean, I'm just feeling so overjoyed. This is just an awesome feeling to know that our voice is being heard, and women are rising. Black women are rising, and it's paving the way for our little ones coming up, so that they too can know that they have a voice. They do have a
Absolutely.
all have a voice, and we just want to be heard.
Yeah.
Everybody heard, really and truly. At the end of the day, we are one people, of different complexion, but there is something called blood that flows through each and every one of us. It's blood that flows through our veins, so we should look at each other as a people, look at each other as a people. You're excelling, and just praise each other, lift each other up, rather than, oh, you're that color or that color, so your voice should not be heard. That's not fair. It is so not fair. Nobody deserves that. So let us just love. Let us just love. That's the number one
Absolutely. Hmm. That is so true. I think about, when you said that all of our blood is, we all have blood that run through us and it's all the same color, it's red.
thing. Hmm.
If it was green, if some of us had green or purple blood or, some other different color, maybe we could say, well, we are different, but we're truly the same, right? At the end of the day. And I look at my granddaughter every day and I just sit there and say to her, wow, you really can become anything that you want.
Hmm.
There are no limits to who you can become in this world. And that is just a gratifying feeling for me, knowing that when I was raised, I had so many limitations put on me because of the color of my skin and barriers that I had to break in order to achieve the things that I knew I was destined to achieve. Even though they kept saying, this is not what you get to do. Well, I said, well, why not? And went ahead and did it anyway. It was some struggle, but it definitely was worth it. And to think that young girls today don't have to go through that, girl.
Yeah,
So
seriously.
beautiful day. Beautiful.
Beautiful day. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. The number two person that I want to talk about tonight is Kathy Hughes, right? President and CEO of Radio One and TV One. Kathy Hughes is an academic entrepreneur, radio and TV personality, a mother, a mother. a female, right? A woman, a black woman. She's also the very first African American woman to lead publicly traded media company Radio One. Hughes was born in Omaha, Nebraska. After founding Radio One in 1980, she went homeless. Can you imagine? And
Mm.
resided with family while raising her son and striving to keep her radio station alive. However, her perseverance and her tenacity won her much success. In 2004, Hughes also launched TV One, a cable network focused on life and entertainment for African Americans. I mean, the woman, the woman. Amazing, amazing, amazing woman. And
She's
so
a
we would
pioneer. She
celebrate.
is a pioneer, a
Right.
trailblazer.
Pioneer, true pioneer,
You
true
go
pioneer.
from homeless to being able to keep keep going. Who does that, right? Think about it today.
Hmm.
How many of us, when we get down, we stay there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she said no more. No, she continued while she raised her children to persevere through.
Mm, mm, mm.
And she knew her day was coming.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we talk about this all the time. How many people are giving up too soon,
Too soon. Too
right?
soon.
They don't want to weather the storm.
Hmm.
They want everything to be easy peasy. And if it has
That's
a
not
little
life.
bump,
That's not life.
they run the other way. Work on your dream. Continue to become your dream and never give up. And
Yep.
that's what I'm getting
There's a
from
little
these women.
saying we like to say. Mhm. A little saying that we like to say in my home country: the hotter the battle, the sweeter the victory, right? Because when you persevere through this hard time, and you go through it, when you have come through or come forward, oh my gosh, the victory is so sweet. You just can't help but celebrate it, feel it, touch it. It's just amazing. But yeah, Cherie, I totally, totally agree with you. In my country, we have a little saying: the hotter the battle, the sweeter the victory. Okay. Unfortunately, our ancestors had to go through what they had to go through to prove that we have a voice as well. But isn't the victory sweet? The victory that we're experiencing now. I call this victory. I don't know about anybody else, but it is a victory to see not just a woman, but a black woman as a vice president. It's just amazing, you know. And of course, all these other women that we're talking about, it's just amazing, and I'm just so elated, and I'm waiting to see what's next. What's next? Who else do you have on your list, Cherie, that you just want to totally, totally give it up for?
Yeah, this is exciting. What about I have Dara Richardson Heron. Never heard of her. Couldn't believe her history. She's an MD, CEO of the YWCA. I'm like, I know the
Mm,
YWCA. Why didn't I know who was
right,
the CEO?
right.
So she joined the YWCA for the USA as chief executive officer in 2012. YMCA is the nation's oldest and largest multicultural organization dedicated to eliminating racism, empowering women, and promoting peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all.
Hmm.
Powerful mission.
Wow.
Featured in the New York Times as one of the four chief executives discussing female voices in leadership. She also is currently utilizing her voice to lead the YWCA USA and YWCA local associations across the country and building a national movement for the elimination of racism and the empowerment of women with a focus on racial justice and civil rights, empowerment, and economic advancement of women and girls, and health and safety of women and girls. Just hands down, hat off to you,
Mhm.
Dara Richardson Huron. You are my hero. This is amazing.
Kudos to
Everything
you.
that we stand for as a woman, that we need to fight for, that we need to fight through, that we need to overcome, you stand for it. So
Yes.
thank you.
Amazing. Now, let's not forget about the great Oprah Winfrey. Okay.
Hello, hello, somebody.
Phenomenal, phenomenal woman. Chairman and CEO of OWN. Own.
I love.
Oprah.
Wait. Let's talk about that for a moment. Own. Did she not say, "Yo, people, let me explain something to you. You need to own your
Yeah, yeah.
own station." But that's why she
Own
called it
your
own.
own.
Own your station. I love it. I love it.
So, Oprah Winfrey, as we know, is a global media leader, okay? Philanthropist, producer, and actress. Oh my gosh. The Color Purple, I mean, she's acted in numerous, but that one is just the one that's, stands out to me so much. She has created an unparalleled connection with people around the world. Can we say around the world?
Household
making
name.
her, yes, making her one of the most respected and admired people today.
Hmm.
As chairman and CEO, she is guiding her successful cable network own Oprah Winfrey Network, and is the founder of the Oprah Magazine and Harpro Films. She is an Academy Award nominated actress for her role in The Color Purple. I'm like, I just love that movie. Okay, and earned critical acclaim in Lee Daniels, The Butler. Most recently, she produced and acted in the Academy Award winning film Selma. For 25 years, Winfrey has hosted of award-winning talk show The Oprah Winfrey Show. Do we love Oprah? I mean, I don't know who doesn't love Oprah.
Bowing
Girl,
down to the queen.
yeah,
Bowing to the queen.
I'm saying, right? Bow down to the queen. She is just such a big, big giver. She has such a huge heart, and wow, wow. Oprah, we love you.
You're our hero. Our
She is.
shiro. You are our
Shiro.
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 Yes. I think, what is so unique about Oprah is that she's been able to literally reach into every household.
Hmm. Every household.
Every household has an experience with Oprah. Somebody in that house cried from one of her episodes.
Yes, for real.
She knows how to dig in and
She
pull
knows
it
how
out.
to connect. Right. She totally knows how to connect. That's her gift. She goes deep. She knows how to go right in there and root up whatever whatever it was or is that was hidden. She reveals it. She's just amazing.
And what a staple. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Everybody gets a car. I love
I
that.
love it. I love it. She's amazing.
Oh, oh gosh. Everyone
Sherry,
gets
do
to
you
hear,
have any?
everyone
Go
gets to
ahead.
subscribe to this podcast.
Right,
Everyone.
right, right, right.
You, and you.
You and everyone gets to subscribe, right, Cherie?
Absolutely. We
Oh
appreciate
my
you
God.
guys for listening. We truly do. It's just a blessing for the two of us to have this opportunity to bring to you the Six Figure Chick Weekly podcast. It's something that we enjoy doing, we love doing. And if it's something with propelling women to go to the next level,
Mhm.
especially Black and Latina women, that is our passion. And it's what we are put here to do. And so we hope that you are truly enjoying the weekly podcast. If you have any questions, please leave them for us. We'd be more than happy to answer them for you. And if you have any suggestions, let us know. If you don't like us, let us know. Hey, I take feedback. Feedback is a gift, right? It only
It's your
makes you
opinion,
better.
right? It's your
Yes.
opinion and you're entitled to it.
Right, but it makes you better because maybe,
Absolutely.
sometimes we go through life with blinders on and we don't see everything at the
This
same
is true.
time. And so
This is true.
always, open to have a little check. That's all, just a check. Don't come with a hammer or an axe, just a check. All right, you guys, so here is your weekly golden nugget. So last week we discussed talking about really how to find your purpose. A lot of people don't understand or didn't know how to find their purpose. And I know so many of you are enjoying yourselves, truly writing down what you think are your special traits for yourself, what you think your gifts are, and asking that other person, what do they think you're really good at? And then doing that comparison to really find that sweet spot of where you belong, giving you that confirmation, right? Because we're women. Okay, so we need a lot of confirmation before we
Lots of
actually act on something, right, Naoka?
right.
Literally, because we want to make sure everyone is happy for us and they're pleased with us. And, it reminds me, there's a gentleman that said, he cracked me up, and we know this, but women could go for a job interview
Yeah.
and the man can go for the same job interview. The
Right.
man, there could be 10 qualifications, and
Hmm.
the man has two. And
Right.
guess what? He's amazing. He still goes for that job. He's like, hey, I could do this. The woman has nine of the
Hmm.
qualifications, but because she doesn't have that one, who am I speaking to? Because she didn't have that one, she did not apply for the position. So we
Mm.
get it. We know that you need a lot of support from many different avenues and angles.
Uh-huh.
So
We
we
have it together.
understand.
Uh,
We're here to help you. So this week, let's take it a step further. Okay. Let's really dig into our quadrants. So now that you're starting to feel excited, right? Because some of you may have been afraid of feedback, but remember, feedback is a gift. It's
mhm.
not to be afraid of, it's to help you get better. Right. If you look at it as a transaction, as opposed to it being personal, and look at in terms of the transaction saying, I'm going to get better because this person suggested XYZ, you're going to get better. If you look at it as if they are criticizing you, then to me, that says you already have a lot of blocks inside of you from really accepting the truth of who you be. And so those are things we'll work on hopefully through this quadrant situation that we're going to do today. Okay. So we're going to break down your four quadrants of life. We're going to look at finance. We're going to look at relationships, health and wellness, and your spirituality, right? So what you're going to do is take a piece of paper and you're going to make four equal boxes. And on top of each box, you're going to write one box is going to be your financial, another box is going to be your relationships, another box is going to be your health and wellness, and then your next box is going to be spirituality. Now, I want you to write down these questions because you're going to answer these set of questions for all four quadrants. I want you to dig deep. And the reason you want to go deep is because you want to find out what is blocking you from truly living your ultimate purpose in life. What's stopping you from having everything go the way that you would like to have your life go. It's always something that has happened, and we keep continuing that pattern. And so with this process, it can help you identify what your pattern is. And then next week, we're going to talk about how to break that pattern. Okay. So you want to come back for that. So, first question is this part of my life in order? When you look at your finances, are they in order? Do you have more month than money, or do you have more money than month? So you want to think about that. Is it difficult for you to pay bills? do you have an attitude when it comes time to paying bills? Do you start to feel tense when you go to pay bills? If so, then maybe you're not really aligned, right? Maybe you might say, I have money to pay my bills, but it's causing you a lot of stress to do it because once you do it, you have $0 left.
Mhm.
And so that can cause you a lot of stress. However, identifying what that issue is will allow you the ability to take some different measures to help move that in the right direction. Okay. So you want to ask that question also for your relationships. What do I need to put this part of my life in order? How are your relationships? And when I say relationships, think about it. How are your relationships at work? How are your relationships with your friends? How are your relationships with your family? How are your relationships with your associates that we call people who we aren't too close with, but we say hey to and we connect with? How's your relationships with them? If you feel that there's some type of concern there, you want to write that down because, again, we want to identify what that is and we want to be able to break that. Okay. You want to do the same thing for health and wellness. Some of us, kind of hide behind the fact that we put labels. COVID did it, right? I gained a little weight. It's okay. COVID did it. So I didn't blame myself. I blamed the situation. So a lot of us do the blame game when it comes time to our health and wellness and other areas in our life. So we want to identify that again so that we can truly begin to change that pattern. And the next and you also want to do that for spirituality, which is extremely important. Whoever you believe in or whatever your God, my God is God. And if you believe in something different, that's fine. But how often are you going there? How often is that your daily thing that you do on a daily basis? Or is it when you get in trouble, when you need them, right? Are you celebrating with your spirituality all the time or some of the time? So let's get that in order. The next question that you want to ask is, do I have the support I need to achieve that issue? So if I identify that I have some financial situation going on, do I have the support to overcome that? Right? Think about that. So maybe we're going to change that from achieve to overcome. We'll talk about achieve later. So do you have the support to overcome that? Because what happens is a lot of times when you don't have the support, you feel alone, you don't have the tools you need to get you out of the situation or to help you think beyond the situation. And so therefore you get stuck. So we want to help you identify that because if you don't have support, we have support for you. Is there something that I continue to do? Let's talk about that. How many of us know that you should not go buy that Kate Spade bag because it says it's 75% off? You have a ton of them. You don't need any. You're going nowhere, right? We're not leaving the house, but you still go buy that bag and it puts you behind on another bill, right? So let's figure out what it is you continue to do that's preventing you from overcoming and achieving your goals. Okay. Is this do I want to change it? So once you've identified, I have an issue, I don't have support, I keep doing the same thing over and over again, I need to break this issue. Are you willing to change it? Because in order for you to change, you have to be willing to do that. No matter how much I care about you or Nayoka or your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, we all want to support you and be there for you. It means nothing if you are not ready. Right? You ever hear when the student is ready, the teacher appears? That's why. If you're not ready, nothing's happening. You're not going to change. You're going through the motions, but nothing's happening. Write down if no, right? If you're not willing to change, do me a favor and let us know, write down, what were you feeling when you want to change? And then you say, I don't know how to. What are you feeling? There's a tension, a heaviness somewhere. Write down where you feel that heaviness and that tension. Okay. Once you've identified that it's there, right? Because most of us have it, depending on what area you need to work on. You have some type of tension or heaviness somewhere in your body. Either it's in your belly area, your back, your shoulder, somewhere. Um, you're going to feel some type of tension or pain, even. I want you to take a deep breath in, and you're going to take a deep breath in a pure light. And then you're going to exhale the tension that's been holding you back. And I would do this at least 3 times. And during that, you're going to begin to feel change. You're going to start with your mind. Your mind is going to begin to become more awakening. And you're going to start to feel less of that tension. When that happens, this is the key opportunity for you to begin to write down answer the next question. And that is, what do I want my financial life to be? What do I want it to look like? Right now, the tension is gone. You can really begin to think, is it that I just need an extra $1,000 a month? What is it what do you want your financial life to look like? Do you want to own a home? Do you want to pay for college for your kids? Do you want to pay off your car? Do you want to just have savings? Do you want to have additional money to retire? Write that down. And you want to do the same thing for relationships. What do I want? What type of relationships do I want to have with my coworkers, with my friends, with my family, with my associates? Very important. And then, what type of health do I want? How much weight would I like to lose? What size, ideally, that I would like to be? And my health. If you're teetering on the line of high cholesterol, what would you like that number to be? If you have high blood pressure, what would you like that number to be? Identify for yourself. If the doctor said 120 over 80, write it down. Because what this is doing is helping you realize that these things are possible. You just sometimes need a plan. And then do the same thing for your spirituality. What would I want my spirituality to look like? Right? Write down, dream a little, you guys. Go beyond, go beyond. So after you've written down and you're starting to make the necessary changes, don't get discouraged that after 2 days, your self talk, your subconscious negative self talk may come and talk you out of what it was that you had optimistically decided you wanted for your life. Recognize that, write it down, and then make sure you tell yourself. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you are worthy. You are worthy to accept these changes. You are worthy to have the life that you want for yourself. We all are. But if you need additional support, my team and I are here to co create your journey with you. You just go to CherieGriffithDunn.com and we can talk. While others, some of you might feel strong enough, and I salute you and I'm so excited for you. And you can manage this on your own. But either way, you are all very valuable members of our society, and we need you. And this is the year for you to get in the game. Get your life in order, get in the game. So when you decide that your self negative talk is keeping you down, telling you to eat that bag of chips when you know you should eat that apple, I want you to remember this. I stand up, I speak up, and I show up. There you have it. That is this
Awesome.
week's little nugget.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, Reed, those were some amazing, amazing nuggets. Listen, you guys, please, if you're looking for that transformation, if you're looking for that change, if you're looking for that, yeah, I want to be better, different from what I used to be, you know, follow these steps. They are truly amazing nuggets that will totally transform your way of thinking, your mindset. You know, breathing out the bad, inhaling the good. Okay. So breathe out negativity and,
Mm.
receive, embrace positive energy. you know my thing is all about praying, going before my God and asking him to help me, to have my mind focus. And because there's so many things happening all around us, life is throwing us some really, you know some heavy curveballs, and if we're not in tune and aligned and connected, we tend to really lose it. So these are some really, really helpful nuggets that help Cherie on her journey and our growth. And we're just sharing it with you guys. We're sharing it because they work. They absolutely work. So before we go, we just want to introduce ourselves to you. I know we said our names at the beginning of our show, or podcast. But I am Nyoka Wright Smith, president of NAWS Coaching and Consulting LLC, and I am a wealth expert. I help my clients by empowering them with the knowledge, the skills, the guidance, and the recommendation that they need to help them build wealth.
Building that money, baby. That's what it's all about. Join our six-figure chick club. We're looking for 1,000 women who are ready to stand strong and proud to say
Yes.
that they earn six figures or beyond. And you have to achieve this by December 31st. We're so excited. We can't wait to have you all there.
Yes.
So to let you know who I am Cherie Griffith Dunn, your business growth coach, motivational speaker, and #1 best-selling author, founder and CEO of High Performing Women Academy, the place where you belong. We are now accepting applications, so go to hpwacademy.com. I'm a gluten-free foodie, mom of 6, married to the love of my life, and obsessed with traveling. Now, I also have a granddaughter who is taking up all my time in life. So for all the grandmas, shout out to you. It is absolutely a special place to be. And so just please share with a friend, bring them along next week. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, go to Cherie Griffith Dunn and watch our episodes there. We look forward to having you on board with us and becoming one of our six-figure chicks. This has been another episode of the Six-Figure Chick podcast. Please be sure to join us next time for some more hard-hitting career and business advice. To stay connected, follow me on Instagram at Cherie Griffith Dunn. And if you would like to be a part of the baddest club around, join High Performing Women Academy, the place where you belong. Go to hpwacademy.com. And as always, if you like what you hear, come back and next time, bring a friend. If you're interested in sponsoring, donating, or even advertising your business with me, please contact me at connect@CherieGriffithDunn.com.